Welcome, my name is Master Sergeant John Thomure. Mr. Sale, Clinton County High School Band Director, and his band members, Chief Warrant Officer Ron Cook, and myself, and the cadets of the Bulldog Battalion are honored to be able to pay tribute to our Armed Forces veterans today. Thank you for your service and sacrifice to our country. This day is for you. I would like to thank Mr. Sheldon Harlan, Clinton County High School principal, for giving us the freedom to do whatever it takes to honor our veterans. Thanks to Mr. Doug Sale and his outstanding band members who co-sponsored this event and helped put this program together for our veterans. Veterans, ladies and gentlemen, Clinton County High School Junior ROTC Bulldog Battalion and band present Till the Last Shot's Fired. Cadets in uniform, stand at attention. All others, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. As the Clinton County High School Junior ROTC Honor Guard hosts the colors of our nation, and the Clinton County High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Doug Sale, performs our national anthem. Start later. Colors. 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 Head Chaplain Chase Claiborne.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today, Lord, to thank you for all the veterans and their families and for the services they have provided for this great nation. We also ask for the protection of our soldiers overseas and their safe return home. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please be seated. The Armed Forces of the United States have defended our country since the Revolutionary War. If you are a veteran, please stand when the flag of your service is presented and the service song is played. The United States Army, our senior service, was established on 14 June 1775. The United States Marine Corps was established on 10 November 1775. The United States Navy was established on 13 October 1775. The United States Air Force was established on 18 September 1947. The United States Coast Guard, originally known as the U.S. Lighthouse Service, was established on 7 August 1789.
if they'll ever return. We will honor them today and vow that we will never forget it. Dear Mom and Dad, 8 October 1944. The things I've seen today, no one should ever have to see. A soldier died in my arms, and I could do nothing to save him. Mom, I try hard not to show my fear, but sometimes it overcomes me. I want to come home. I want this war to end. I know I should not worry you, but I have to talk to someone. I believe God is with me, because He's with me with a great bunch of boys. My brothers and ours. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 9 October 1944. On behalf of the Secretary of the Army, this is to inform you that your son was captured on 8 October 1944 and is officially listed as a prisoner of war. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 10 October 1944, your son is in my command. You've raised a fine son and a brave soldier. On the day of his capture, while under heavy machine gun fire, he risked his own life to save many of his brothers and arms. You have my word that we will not rest until your son is rescued. Sincerely, my Colonel, Captain, Infantry, Commander. Dear Robert,
Veterans Day was established after World War I to pay tribute to those who have served in that great war. In 1954, the day's significance was expanded to honor all the soldiers, sailors, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, airmen, and merchant Marines that have worn our nation's uniform. By pausing to remember, we recognize the many diverse and difficult circumstances that our veterans have faced. However, no matter what the time or the uniform, they are united by the same ideals: life and liberty, peace and prosperity, service and sacrifice. United States Armed Forces service members are engaged in combat operations in the Middle East. Since the American Revolution, 1,321,612 have died in 35 wars or conflicts, and 1,531,036 have been wounded. There are 38,159 still missing in action. Since 9/11/2001, 6,833 have died and 50,897 wounded while fighting the war on terrorism. Service members are stationed around the world in direct or indirect support of combat operations in the Middle East. They do not like to be called heroes, but heroes they are. We can never repay them for their sacrifices. What we can do is remember the price they paid and honor the service of those who died in the name of freedom and those who survived the horrors of war, and honor the service of those who are serving proudly today in the active and reserve forces. They are the reason you and I are able to gather here today. We must continue to force the leaders of our country to support our veterans and our active and reserve forces, and let them know that we will never forget those who have served and sacrificed in the name of freedom. Veterans, as your name is called, please stand and let us honor you. We also have to remember the veteran teachers: Jane Thomas, Michael Wittenberg, Jeff Ferris, Mitch Latham, and Mr. Steve Walker. Leland Hicks, Sergeant, United States Army. Thomas Oplinger, Specialist 4, Class, United States Army. Mike Ferguson, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. Ellen Cross, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. Gene Melton, Airman 1st Class, United States Air Force. Ron Myers, Specialist 5th Class, United States Army. Nikki Smith, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. Richard Matthews, Tech Sergeant, United States Air Force. Alba Kendall Thrasher, Ceased, United States Navy. Jimmy Falcons, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. James W. Brown, Staff Sergeant, United States Army. Rodney Garrett, Specialist, United States Army. Danny Guthrie, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. Bobby J. Dalton, Airman 1st Class, United States Air Force. George W. Moore, Jr., Airman 1st Class, United States Air Force. Jim York, Sergeant, United States Army. Walton Cadets, Lieutenant, United States Navy. Jackie Ferguson, Sergeant, United States Army. John S. Williams, Lieutenant Colonel, United States Army. John D. Williams, Full Colonel, United States Army. Thomas Frame, Senior Chief, Navy. G.E. Beatty, Senior Chief, Petty Officer, United States Navy. James A. Brown, Sergeant, Marine Corps, deceased. Jimmy Copeland, Sergeant, United States Army, deceased. Brett Connor, Chief Petty Officer, United States Navy. Merle Connor, Lieutenant, United States Army, deceased. Thomas Petticourt, Chief Petty Officer, United States Navy. Bill McKinley, Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force. Ernest Cash, Specialist 4th Class, United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our veterans. They and their families deserve our undying gratitude. Please give them a hand. Veterans, thank you. Everyone may be seated. This time with the following men, sound off. Boatswain Mate, 2nd Class Walker.
Here, First Sergeant.
Specialist Cross.
Here, Sergeant.
Specialist Ferguson. Chief Petty Officer Ralph Clark. Chief Petty Officer Ralph Clark. Chief Petty Officer Ralph Clark.
September 11, 2001. I've heard a lot of people say, God bless America. I believe God has blessed America. From the beginnings of our nation over 200 years ago. When you think about it, what were the odds of having a group of men like Jefferson and Adams, Washington, and Franklin, and others, who all came together at the exact moment in history when a nation was born? And who would have bet that a group of upstart colonists with little resources and even less of an army could take on and defeat the mighty British Empire? But they did, and our country was born. And when the fabric of our nation was torn apart with a great civil war, God blessed this nation with the wisdom and the leadership of President Abraham Lincoln. We made the difficult choices so that this nation would survive as one. And when the United States was thrust into World War II, with the vicious attack on our forces at Pearl Harbor, God blessed this nation with a populace that rose to the challenge. Both on the home front and on the battlefield. No finer chapter in human history can be told of the sacrifice and courage, and the resolve that countless stories of America's soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines during 4 years of the greatest global conflict the world has ever known. Some of you here today are a part of the generation that we now refer to as the greatest generation. World War II left us scarred with its inhumanity. Then it also left us the legacy of hope by those who made so many sacrifices. We are a nation guilty of forgetting these lessons. Had we learned from them better, our cemeteries would be less full. This place we call America is not just a place, it's an idea. An idea manifested by its people. Over the years, I've heard people say the mandatory draft was imposed that they would hit Canada as they had already had their career mapped out. And serving in the military was not in their plan. I wonder if those young boys on the beaches of Normandy had other plans. As their dead bodies washed ashore in a sea of red. I'm positive that young men in the jungles of Vietnam, watching their buddies die in an unnamed rice paddy, fighting an unseen enemy, had other plans. I guess those men and women surprised at Pearl Harbor. One morning had all their plans rearranged. I wonder what the plans were when Lincoln died in the World Trade Center. On that dreadful day, 2001. But in this adversity also comes our strength as a nation. All may speak, and the will of the people will be heard. Though we may disagree, we are all Americans and live under the same flag. That beautiful flag that has become such a symbol of freedom around the world. For those who have fought on foreign soil, they understand it more than most. The importance of this flag and the strength derived from its presence. Brave men raised this flag on a God-forsaken island in the Pacific called Iwo Jima, and became the most memorable photograph of the 20th century. I've always found it interesting that those arguing for the right to burn the flag are usually the least willing to defend it. When I see rows of American flags as those you see on the floor before you, I know those we are honoring, if they could speak, would tell you thanks and how proud they are to have that flag flying by their name. America is a strong people, and it's as strong as its people. We are the caretakers of what our founding fathers created and fought for. It is now our turn to show resolve and preserve those precious freedoms that we have for too long taken for granted. The enemy knows that it cannot defeat us on the battlefield. It will try to defeat us through fear and dissension amongst ourselves. Wars are not only won on the battlefield. They are won by the will of the people. We represent the freedom that so many people on this earth seek. It is why everyone wants to come to this country. With all our faults, we are still the greatest nation on earth. Who can truly understand that greatness unless they have lived it? The veterans you see before you have lived it. As we pause today to remember those veterans of our past, it should give us strength as we recall their commitment and resolve. Let us also remember today those veterans who are still alive, those that have survived to tell their stories, and give them thanks before they too pass from our ranks. Remember all those men and women serving on active duty today, far from home, performing their duty with little thanks or recognition. Before you leave today, take time to thank these veterans for their service to our country. The preservation of this nation is in our hands. There will be no points for second place. Wave your flag proudly today. Salute it, honor it, and vow to defend it till the last shot's fired. Mary, I'm so tired, but I can't come home till the last shot's fired. In June of 1944, I made it in the blood of Omaha shores. 21 scared to death, my heart pounding in my chest. Almost made that first sea wall. Still smell the smoke, I can taste the blood as I lay there lying in a lost blood. Say a prayer for peace for every fallen son. Set my spirit free. Let me lay down my gun. Sweet Mother Mary, I'm so tired, but I can't come home till the last shot's fired. I'm in the fields of Vietnam, the mountains of Afghanistan. I'm still hoping, waiting, praying that I did not die in vain. Say a prayer for peace for every fallen son. Set my spirit free. Let me lay down my gun. Sweet Mother Mary, I'm so tired, but I can't come home till the last shot's fired. Till the last shot's fired. Ladies and gentlemen, with a bang, this concludes our program for Veterans Day 2014 till the last shot's fired. I'd like to thank all the veterans for allowing us to honor you today. It's always the highlight of my year. Mr. Sell and the Clinton County High School Band, the Bulldog Battalion Cadets, thanks for another outstanding performance in honoring our veterans. Again, this is for our veterans. I want you to take time before you go back to class. I want you to take time and thank the people who are the reason you and I are here today. Cadets, remain in the gym. All other students will report to 8th period after break. Let's give the veterans a hearty round of applause.